Welcome to Arsenal Pressing. We are back. Like we never left yesterday. I'm back with Charlie. How's it going?
Charlie. The going is going, man. The going is going. What's
How
up?
is Arsenal today?
Arsenal, this year, Arsenal is Arsenal, you know?
The Arsenal. I saw your
Yeah.
boys on the bike. They are
Yeah.
chilling. Yeah, on the bike.
They're riding
chilling.
blue bikes, man.
Yeah, I like that. I like the vibe around the team, the camp. It's great.
Yeah. I didn't see Ramsdale on the plane, but I saw the pictures later today. He was there training.
Yeah. I didn't see Partey
it's good.
on the official website, but I saw Partey on other sites.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My mind
That's
came
why
down.
it's not, because I saw when some few people were questioning, oh, where is this guy? Where is this guy? It's like you cannot see everyone on the
But I see sometimes
video.
they really hide some of the pictures.
Yeah.
They really hide some of the pictures. So how are we doing today? How are we
good.
doing today?
We are good. We are good.
Now today.
Arsenal is also good because we are riding bicycles all over the place. It means there's something good going on. Because the last time I saw players riding bicycles like that, we came into the season and we were winning games like nobody's business.
You know, it's a shameful thing that I can ride bicycle.
Really?
I'm sorry, but
You're a bottler. You always bottle bicycle.
yeah, I bottled it. When I was younger, I bottled it.
You bottle it badly.
Guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure you stick a like on the video, subscribe and then subscribe, and turn your notification bells on. Guys, the likes are not reflecting. Support the channel. We're not asking for super chats. We're not asking for just stick a like on the video. It doesn't take
That's all.
that much. Please stick a like on the video.
It takes you a second.
Good morning. Shaga Gamey Aseji. Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that's my other channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my entertainment channel.
That's great. That's great stuff. You guys, make sure you subscribe to that too. So that's great.
Yeah.
So, what is the topic for today? Shout out to Efosa. Good morning. Hello, brothers. Shout out to you, to Efosa. We know you're always interacting.
Welcome. I hope you enjoyed this topic today because it's going to be fire here.
It's going to be fire and brimstone today. A bit of controversy today. So, how do we kick off?
Should I start or you start?
You should start. You should start this time.
Okay. All right. We are looking at 10 things we feel need to be changed or look at critically by UEFA and FIFA or football.
The football governing bodies.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first thing, this one is not necessarily part of it, but because it gets on my nerve, I want us to look at it.
Get off your chest.
Let me get it off my chest. Yeah. The question is, the thing is bottled or bottled it. Yeah.
That's his personal trauma.
That word, that term, I don't even like mentioning it, but my question is, why have we come to this state where you compete in any sport? Okay. Now, the way it looks now is that we have about 7 teams. Yeah, my brother. We have about 7
top teams in the Premiership.
Yes, top teams. It could be 8 if you want to look at Aston Villa or any other club. And we have 4 cups to win. Yeah, trophies to win, if I have to put it that way. So imagine 4 of the 8 teams takes those cups, yeah? Or Man City dominates all the 4.
Okay.
It means that anybody that competed with Man City, whether you went to the final or you were second in the league, it means you bottled it because of this term. And when it comes to competitive sports, I don't think that word really fits well. I don't know your take. You can give me your take, but do you think coming second it means you bottled something or you bottled it?
Okay, let's look at it from this perspective, right? That question is a loaded question. Now, on the surface,
I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, on the surface of banter and just pure football tribalism, you can't take it. That word has some sort of relevance, right? Now, bottle in context is when, how I understand is when, let's say you were actually on top for a substantial amount of time and you self-implode. Now that term, you can use that term bottle because you self-imploded. But when you are competing and you a superior team trumps you, I don't think you bottled it. It's part of competitive nature of sports. We can't all win. There'll be a second place, there'll be a third place. So it depends on the context.
Okay, so let me give you this context here.
Okay.
Let's say Madrid, or let's say Man City. Everybody expected Man City to win the Champions League. Let's say it didn't happen and Inter won it. Does that mean they bottled it?
Yeah, they bottled it because you have a superior manager, a superior squad, a superior team, they spend superior money. Yeah, they bottled it because the odds favor them massively. Like I said, I mentioned 4 factors: superior manager, superior squad, superior starting 11, superior organization. So, and the odds favor them. So, if they lose, let's say hypothetically they had lost to Inter Milan, they bottled it.
Okay, so with your the 4 things you listed, did Arsenal bottle the league?
No, Arsenal not bottle the league. I'm not defending it because I'm an Arsenal fan. I'll give you right, Arsenal not bottle the league. Number 1, nobody at the beginning of the season expected Arsenal to compete. Let's not just play games. Everybody was saying if Arsenal get top 4, they've done well. So Arsenal actually exceeded expectations. Now, expectations can change in the middle of the season, and I agree to that. But at the same time, we did not have the squad to compete at that level. So you cannot tell me a team that was not expected to even compete now competed and lost. You not say you bottled. No, you're just being a troll.
But that has been the yardstick. That has been the stick that they've been beating Arsenal fans with. So that is why. But that is why I made that analogy that, okay, it means that if a team that nobody expects, let's say a Liverpool, expected, okay, you get to the final, Arsenal, and then Arsenal too got to the final. But looking at the manager and everything, we go ahead and we won the game, we won the final. Does that mean that team is a bottle job?
No, that is because the margins at that time were almost the same. Now, if Liverpool plays at Arsenal today, Liverpool are not miles ahead of Arsenal. Arsenal are not miles ahead of Liverpool. That's a fair contest. There's no bottling there. But Inter Milan and versus Man City, that Man City actually won Champions League. If Inter Milan are beating Manchester City, they bottled it because, like I said, Man City had a better manager, the better squad, the better starting 11, the better goalkeeper, the better midfield, the better striker, the better defense. So the odds actually favors Man City hugely. So if they have lost that match, that's what we call bottling. So let's respond to Efosa before we continue. The irony of the situation is that none of those fan base gave us a chance, and when we did not win, they started coming for our heads. I didn't see why they laugh at the team when you knew you could. Exactly. That's why Arsenal fans need to separate banter from sensibility and reality.
And that is why I was making the point yesterday that they intentionally put those expectations on us from the beginning. Oh, you've been signing players, you have to do this, just to ease their pain. You understand, for not being able to achieve what we try to achieve, because they've been spending all those other teams, especially the Man United and whatever. They've been spending way much than us.
More money, exactly.
Good, and they don't. Their team don't look what they want it to be. So they look at your team. You are playing with swag. You are exceeding expectations. So how best can I knock you off? How best can I laugh at you? You understand? Oh, you try to challenge for the league. If it wasn't for Arsenal, the league would have been dead by January.
Exactly.
You know, but then the only thing they will say is, oh, you bottled it. Whilst you did not give me a chance from the beginning. It doesn't, for me, it doesn't really sit well. I know I should differentiate between banter, but
yeah.
Anyway,
but
let's move.
The narrow out. There's a narrow thing I might subscribe to the fans, the opposition for a little bit, which is not a whole thing, is that Arsenal was leading for a long period of time. Now we fell off the perch.
Mm-hmm.
We fell off the lead to Man City. That's the only thing that is kind of subjective. But if you look at it, like I said, when nobody expected us to actually compete. So by that logic, you can also be bottom.
No, but so we all say Arsenal was leading. The points were not given to us. We ended. You understand? We ended. So you cannot say I bottled it because the points was given to me and at the end I failed. That is two different things. I end my points. You understand? I earned it. So it is wrong by trying to earn something and at the end you weren't able to achieve what people least expected you to. It doesn't make sense to me.
But if I want to argue like an opposition and argue in bad faith, I can tell you, but you were leading for a long time. So why did you self-implode? That's a fair argument. Even though they're arguing in bad faith, I understand they're arguing in bad faith, but that's a fair argument. I can say, but Arsenal was leading for 3/4 of the league. So why?
But it is not a given. It is not a gift. No team gives you anything.
I get it, but you were leading for so long.
Yes, I was leading because I was doing my best.
So, but your best was not good enough for you to.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly my point. My best wasn't good enough.
So can I call you bottle then?
No. If you want a bottle, I can sell you a different type of bottle. Don't mention this word here again.
Shout out to Efosa. He says, yes, Arsenal made it competitive. If not, it could have been a farmers league. This rascals on the blue side of London talk too much, spending 600 million and languishing in field. That's a fair point. And I like the trade of word. Those guys are rascals.
Since I heard that word.
Those guys are rascals and vermins of a different shade.
They're sports kids, man. Sports kids. Yeah.
So let's go to the next one. I know you have quite a list. So we've discussed bottle. Let's go to the next one.
No, I'm not called a bottle. Anyway, the next one is you love that word, but I know what will calm you down. The reason why we bottled this was your friend holding, because he could not hold anything. Let's move on to the next topic.
Holding has never been my friend. There's no way Holding can be my friend.
Did you see him in the video?
Was excited. Very. I know, like I said, I'm following what you said. They are going to sell him, so hopefully before the end of the transfer window, they'll get rid of him.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So I can just put in a shout out to you, Akin. I hate the notion of bottle jobs. However, we need to start taking advantage when opportunity arises, which is fair. Whenever the team seems to be a big prize that we have all the Chiefs, suddenly we seem to falter. There is context to that, right?
Yeah.
Akin, you have to understand that we did not have the squad. We did not have the squad. So there's context to those things that every time Arsenal seem to falter sometimes. I don't totally agree with the notion. Because if you look at Manchester City, who are the quote-unquote models for winning, they are look at their squad.
Yeah. And if we going with that notion, the season before, Man City bottled it. You understand? And you understand. So it is content.
Wait. Pause. Did you just use the word? I
No, because he was talking about the bottle jobs, So I'm just trying to reference that
Hmm.
we have to. But I like the point you made. You have to add context to it and look
Yeah,
at why. For us, nobody put us there. That is
sure.
not an excuse not to achieve something. But then if you look at what the team we had, yeah,
Exactly.
people reference Leicester. But it's just too different because we were playing in the Europa League also. Anyway, whichever we were second, we moved. Um,
Shout out to Akin. Hope
yeah,
you guys are having a great day. Shout out to you. We're having a great time. Provided you guys are here, we
yeah.
appreciate it and we're having a great time. Make sure you stick a like on the
Okay.
video, guys, please. We appreciate it too.
So, guys, we're actually talking about things we feel should be changed or looked at in
Yeah.
the Premiership. Yeah, and the second thing is actually not using VAR.
Yeah, correctly.
Yeah, correctly. What is your take? For me,
Okay.
before you
I'm sorry.
go, I could not wait for it to get started when they brought up the idea because I was like, that will help because we Arsenal fans have actually suffered from
Dodgy
bad
decisions.
referees. Yes,
Yeah.
bad referees, dodgy decisions. So I was very happy. Now I have this feeling, and I know VAR is not the problem. It is the people
Human
managing
error.
it. Yes.
Human error.
So it is the humans behind.
Yeah.
And I always say in a funny way, those human or the referees behind the VAR, I say they are like, you remember we all had a mate in school when you give them the possible answers to all the questions and they still
still
go
mess it
to
up.
and they come and they still have zero.
Exactly.
That's how I see them. So I want your take on it, my brother.
Now, for me, VAR for me is a fantastic technology introduced to football to aid and get better decisions. That's my opinion. I just think the human beings will be human beings, and there's something people don't get. Subjectivity is a human element. What see, like some people would call shadow or soleil offside. Some people would even say the fingernail was offside, the leg. Now, without putting in context that when a taller person and a shorter person and in a contest, right? That actually affects the outcome of the VAR because I've seen matches where the hand was adjudged to be offside without considering that person whose hand was offside is actually taller than the other person. So those subjectivities will always be there if we continue to use humans to administer technology to a certain level. For me, the best solution is what we saw at the World Cup. Let it be automated. It takes away the subjectivity of individual persons out of it. If you want to actually make VAR work very well, it has to be automated so that what I think might be subjective, what you think might be subjective, is taken out of it totally.
Okay, so what about this school of thought where people think we should use ex players to get them involved in the VAR room so they can tell, like they can tell where a player is actually faking it or it wasn't a foul, he did it intentionally and all that. Because I'll give you a typical example, quick one.
Okay.
The game we played against away at Southampton, you saw Jesus getting pulled back like nobody's business. Like the guy wanted to.
That's violent conduct. Yeah. That's violent conduct because he was violent conduct, literally. That
was the main reason why VAR was brought on board.
Okay.
So how is it possible they could not stop or spot something like that?
Now, it's not possible they didn't spot it. See, it goes down to the incompetence of certain human beings. Like I said, when it comes to innovations or technology, human beings will be human beings. Right? Human beings are human beings. Sometimes some human beings don't know why they actually made a bad call. I'm sorry, it's human nature. I've said it, VAR is not the problem. It's the human beings in charge are the problem.
I totally agree.
And until the FA UEFA and FIFA make refereeing a lucrative career where people can feed their family, can pay, and people actually can come in and take it as a career. So you can actually get the best top-notch people to administer the game. It will not work. And let me pivot to what you said about players coming in. I think that would be the worst decision ever to bring in former players to do it. Do you know why? People think if you bring former players, it will improve. It will not improve. If former players, we'll see punditry from former players, how biased they are. If former players can be so biased on punditry, you think refereeing will make them better?
No.
Exactly.
And
so the best, in my opinion, the best, in my opinion, make it a lucrative career for people can feed their family, can get well paid, and guess what? You will get the best. Capitalism solves a lot of problems. Put in the money, you have the best service, and it just solves the problem. All this penny pinching, former players, make it a part-time job, it doesn't work. Yeah.
Okay, let's read the comment then.
So Akin says VAR is run by old referee who supported Man U and Liverpool. Exactly my point. Doesn't seem fishy that those two didn't get a call or nothing. Fergie time back in exactly. Like I said, see, once human beings are in charge, you can't take away the human element. But if you make it automated, or you make it a career where people out of football come in and pursue it as a career, at least you get near perfection. In my opinion, you get
and you mentioned it earlier that VAR has exposed the level of refereeing in the Premiership, especially the Premiership, because you can tell some of the games in Europe they handle it quite well. Quite well, yeah. But in the Premiership, it clearly, because for me, for years, I've always said there is a question mark on those referees, those referees. And VAR
there's no concrete proof, but VAR
has proved everything. Listen, even the easiest decisions, you could tell this is just an easy decision for you to make. If you don't have a replay, the benefit of a replay is different. But you claim, oh, I did not see it. And then they tell you, okay, go back and go and look at the screen and make the right call. And then you go to the screen, watch it again, and then you come back and you stick with your decision. Example, like what happened at Old Trafford. And then they come back and apologize.
Yeah.
They don't apologize with a point, but they apologize.
No, the game is gone. The game is gone.
And you know that this is another thing. It's inclusive with the VAR thing. You see, because you challenge a decision, most of the players would actually walk to the referee. Yeah. And then the club will get fined for not being able to control their players. But that situation,
I agree with that.
But that situation was generated because of a wrong call.
So wrong to make it right.
No, but if you will come back and apologize, then don't punish our players. Don't take money from the club.
So the FA has to make sure the game is not dragged into disrepute. I get it. You're upset. I get it. Tempers are running high. At the same time, you still have to make sure you are not out of character. I know it's difficult. It's easy for me to say behind this computer and this camera to say that when you're in heat of the game, the adrenaline is running high, everybody's aggressive, everybody's furious, the points are on the line. I get it. But at the same time, two wrongs don't make it right. No matter how high pressure the game is, you still have to remain within the confines of the rules.
Okay. So with players actually confronting referees or asking questions from the referees when they know.
I think it's recorded. Do not confront. Let only the captain do the talking. All these cluster of players. No, let's not do that. Let the captain, at most the captain or the vice captain should do all these 10 players surrounding the referee. No, we can't continue to allow the game to be brought to disrepute. I understand tempers are high. I understand points are at stake, but we cannot make two wrongs to make it right. It can't happen.
Yeah. I agree with you. And
So I can say also, do you feel like referees should have microphone, especially the VR official? I like this too.
yeah, just to how we can actually understand how they understand the game.
Yeah,
You understand?
accountability.
Yeah.
Accountability. We
Yeah,
want to know
accountability,
their thought process. What
Yeah.
informs the decision you are making? Especially
Exactly.
the Manchester United game that Martinelli's goal was ruled out.
Yeah.
That was a soft foul. So we want to hear, just like they do it, I think in cricket, in American football,
Yeah.
where you can
And
hear
American football, yeah.
where the referees are saying, want to hear it. But for some reason, the FA is blocking it. Why? You know, the FA and the referee union sometimes is like a cult.
Yeah.
It's like the Nigerian police.
Be
Shout out to my
exposed.
Nigerians. The Nigerian police, you cover me,
Yeah.
I cover you. That's
Yeah.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. Unfortunately. So
All right. With you guys are making some good points here. The next question is, or the third thing on the list is
yeah.
stoppage time.
Fine.
In
Okay.
inaccuracies, because we know what leads to stoppage time. Yeah. But sometimes they know time has been wasted, and that is another thing on the topic, but they know time has been wasted. Why don't they go like what they did in the World Cup? You understand? It
Take
doesn't matter.
of this time and add it, right?
Good. Yes. So take all the time they've wasted, plus the actual time you plan to add on, let's say the 3 minutes or the 4 minutes, they've wasted about 6 or 8 minutes, added to it 11, 12 minutes, play, because that is what people pay their money for. They did not come to see people wasting time where the ball will be in play for only 20, 25 minutes.
Okay. So
what do you think can be done about it, or should be done?
Now, the easier option and the easier answer will be, let's just add the time that the both teams have wasted, which is fair.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Human beings always find solutions to everything. Human beings are very corny, but we always find solutions to everything. And football shithousery is part and parcel of the game. So let's say Arsenal are barely hanging on 2-1. You will encourage Arsenal players to waste time, yes or no?
Yeah, but you have to pick your moment. You understand? You have to pick your moment. What I'm saying is,
how does that look like?
It changed. So let me give you a typical example.
Okay.
At the World Cup, when the World Cup started, the first game, and then the second game, they changed. They started adding like 10 minutes, and teams stopped. They stopped. They only started wasting time when the 10 has gone up, and then they played about let's say 6 or 7 minutes into that time.
You've answered my question. You've answered my question by yourself.
But what I mean is, but what I mean is, during the full 90 minutes, they know if they do waste time, they are going to play 10 minutes extra, and nobody wants to play 10 minutes extra. So they were within the confine of the game, like the minutes of the game, till they add maybe 5 minutes or the normal 3 minutes or something, and then they play 2 minutes.
Let's say they play the regulation time, no too much shithousery, right? And they add like 5 minutes, and suddenly the shithousery starts. Do you subscribe that they should add that time they wasted?
Again, it is the duty of the referee to look at how the game is going and then add extra minute or 2 minutes to it, because you've been wasting time. It shouldn't be part of the game. I'm not saying it happens, but when teams do it intentionally, you understand?
Sure.
Newcastle, a typical example. You know, so I think
let me ask you, right? There are different ways to wasting time. People might not actually fake injuries. Guess what? they'll make sure you have like 55 throw-ins in the first half. Is that not time wasting? Human beings who are just.
No, but the thing is, if I have the throwing and I need to score, I will not waste time on the throwing. You understand what I mean? But if
you gave me an example against Newcastle, right? If you watch that game, aside from the wasted time with the ball, the way they were annoying.
Exactly. So if I'm telling you, if I was to be the assistant, the fourth referee that day, I would have added 30 minutes to the game.
You can't do that. You can't just add 30 minutes to the game. You can't just add it. You are getting emotional.
But at least that game, that particular game in reference, we should have added up at least 10 minutes. At least 10 minutes. But they didn't. And it became a thing until the media started complaining, and then the stats came out that actually the ball was in play for a couple of minutes. And it's not nice because people go to games to watch football, not to watch people waste time. You understand? Let me get what my money is worth.
You cannot totally eradicate that kind of shit.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. You cannot. But it is, maybe it happens 5 seconds, 2 seconds. Even the goalkeeper, some of the games we've seen, a goalkeeper holds on to the ball far too long.
Now, that is for the referee to issue a yellow card.
Exactly. Exactly. They have to. That is what I'm saying. It is on them, the referees, to manage those games. Because if a referee, you waste the time. I don't talk. We don't talk. And then at the end of the 45 minutes, you think that, it happened against Bournemouth. And that was why when we won, I was so happy. I wasn't happy because of the last minute. I was happy because of their time wasting, so that they will learn from it. You pick your moment.
They're not going to learn from it. It's part of football, and fans have to embrace it, because it was the other way around, where let's say we're leading Man City 2-1. We will actually encourage the players to.
I'm telling you, the supporters we have, the Arsenal supporters we have. If we are listening, we are leading even Liverpool game. Yeah. We were okay with going toe to toe with Liverpool.
See, maybe that is why we lost. Sometimes you have to employ shithousery. See, as for me, I'm going to say this.
That is why I said moments.
Some of our subscribers and our listeners might not agree with me. I think Arsenal for sometimes are too honest. That's honest.
I agree with you.
You have to be streetwise sometimes.
I totally agree with you.
This one. Honest. Engage. Man City engage in the shithousery.
But have you noticed, when we do it, we get punished for it?
Because we don't know how to do it. Arsenal don't know how to do it.
Man, I've seen certain things, like certain bookings we've taken, and I wish I can jump into the TV. Because I never understand the thought process of some referees. You understand? You see other teams doing. I'm telling you, I saw Gabriel was shown a yellow card. Yeah, just because I forgot the player who threw the ball, but he just moved the player. It was actually a player who threw the ball to the wrong place, so he went and grabbed the ball. The referee showed him a yellow card
because he did it overtly. There's a way you see. Let me give an example. What was Fernandinho known for? Fernandinho was that guy when Man City were under the cosh of a counter attack. He found a way to foul without getting a yellow card. Fernandinho was an expert in doing it. Not Granit Xhaka that will make it so obvious that he will get a yellow card or a red card. Yeah, see, this shithousery and this craftiness, Arsenal has not mastered it, unfortunately.
So without us diverting a little bit,
okay.
The thing is, my question to you finally is that what will be the solution to stop this unnecessary time wasting? What would you do?
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think there's a solution to it. You can only manage it to the barest minimum. There's no solution. Can you manage it to the barest minimum? You can, by extending the time, punishing people who are doing it, especially the experts. But that for you to eradicate it, it's not possible. It's part of it's part and parcel of the
Okay,
game.
it's not possible to eradicate it, but I know it will change. It will change the game in a better way when you add extra, like you said, the extra time. So they know we've played 45 minutes. Oh,
Yeah.
just 3 more minutes, and then they are going to play 5 or 10 extra minutes. Let's say 10 minutes.
Trust me, the players will find a way around it. I'm sorry, that's human nature. We'll find a way around it.
No, but even within that 10 minutes, and that this is where I'm saying within that 10 minutes, they can still keep wasting time. But it is up to the referee to still adding time to it. Because when you waste time, but because they know it's just stopping time, the 10 minutes, they still do the same thing in the 10 minutes, and then the referee let it go, and then they end the game. Anyway, let's move forward.
It is what
it is. What it is. It is what it is. Okay. I go to the topic that really, really sometimes get on my nerves so badly, man.
Okay.
Where players fought injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then some of them they roll and they you remember David Luiz do this, you know?
Yeah.
But then they get the advantage from the referee especially when the opposition team is attacking, and then you see the referee look back, and then stop the game.
Yeah.
But then the player will get up, no any injury, just walk a little bit to the till the game. What do you think can be done?
Like the last question, even though I'm not trying to repeat myself rather, I don't think there's a substantial solution, because when players hold their head, there's a potential that there's a head injury, and referees cannot ignore that. I'm sorry, they can't ignore that.
But forget about the head one, because I agree with you with the head one. I look at players who roll around from the Emirates to Old Trafford just to get a decision. But the question is, if a player is extremely injured or really injured, they will not have the energy to be rolling around and
who told you so? Who told you so? Are you a physiotherapist that said that if the players run around, that means they're not injured?
So most of the time, and we've seen it in football, if a player
at the heat of the game, of the moment, the referees cannot take that risk that he might not be injured. I know players take that advantage. That's why I said, you look at the recent games, they don't even roll around, they're holding their head so that the referee can be forced to stop the game.
Because now they know when it's a head injury, then
you have to stop the game. So how do we know which one is fake and which one is real when they both look identical?
And that is actually the dangerous. That is why I keep it is very, very dangerous. You understand? It is dangerous because you put the referee in a very bad position.
Sure.
Because maybe the referee might think, oh, this is not real because of his position. You understand? And then he will wave play on.
Might be a serious injury.
Exactly. Or I just maybe try to head the ball, miss just a little hand on my head, and then I walk 1 or 2 minutes, I see the attack, they're about to score, and then I hold my head and then I fall on the ground like that, and then start rolling, and then the referee stop the game. So
there's no logical solution at this moment we can think of, because there is no way to verify which one is a fake injury and which one is actually a sometimes might be a life-threatening injury, because they all roll identical way. So I'm saying that the game has, you can use the word deteriorated to the extent that players are not kind of cheating in quote and unquote to get the rub of the green to stop the game to favor them. Unless the only thing I can think of at the moment is that unless there can be a retroactive action that after they've checked that and the visual evidence can show that
it's a fake. It's a die.
Suspended a retroactive action, then maybe that could actually reduce it to the bare minimum. It won't take it completely away. It can reduce it to the bare minimum. That's how I see it.
Okay. I think we're on the same path, but let me continue with this other question. Kicking the ball out Yeah, this is not the referee kicking the ball out for a trivial injury. Yeah, so you see players intentionally just not even a contact, or they feel they should have won the foul. Yeah, and then they just sat on the ground and they don't want to move, and then the opposition team goes to attack, and because it's on the floor, the other team goes like put the ball away, throw, like and sometimes it turns into even a fight between the player who having the ball. And what do you think can be done to cut those kind of trivia?
For me, that one is easy. If you have to play to the whistle, if referee has not blown, you don't have any right to tell him to kick the ball out. And I think the referee should punish all those players that want you to kick. No, I have not blown. See, there's one referee, not two. And players should play to the referee. If the referee has not blown, why should I listen to a common player? Hell no. Yeah. So from that one, very easy. You have to play to the
whistle. But what about those people who say fair play?
That's not fair play. The fair play is play to the. Why is there a referee?
The referee is there to blow whistles for.
We are told that players to play to the whistle. Why would I listen to that? If that's not fair play, that's stupidity. I'm playing to the whistle. The fair play means is when the referee blows the whistle. I am not kicking the ball out if the referee has not blown. Play to the whistle.
It has happened to us before. I didn't like it, and I've also seen opposition teams taking advantage of it, especially to keep momentum of your team. So I still think you play to the whistle, because that was what I was taught when I was playing football. But also sportsmanship should come in, especially. You see, it is difficult to tell. It is because sometimes, truthfully, some of the players were really foul, but the referee did not see. You understand?
Why is there a referee? Why is there a referee?
I get it. So what about those who would dive, and then the referee will intentionally stop the game for them to be attended to? What about that one too?
But you still play to the whistle. You are still playing to the whistle. The referee.
So let's say we are still playing to the whistle, yeah. And then the referee stops the game and feels that they need to check the guy injured. Yeah. What about that?
Unfortunately, you win some, you lose some. You are still obeying the laws of the game. If you play to the whistle, you have no problem. If you don't play to the whistle, that's on you. The referee is the final custodian of the game on the pitch. You have to play to the whistle. Whether you feel that the opponent is injured and you want to be the good guy, the nice guy, you have to still play to the whistle.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's your turn to ask the next 4, 5, 6 questions.
That's if we have time to go through the 4, 5, 6 questions, right? My own question is regarding the substitutions, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think now the new rule is that we should have 5 subs. Now we are seeing that most young players are now moving to quote unquote inferior teams to get playing time. I think the rule should have been 3 subs for senior players and 2 for under 23 players. That will actually get players to stay more in their clubs. Younger players can stay and get game time, and we can actually develop the game the way we want to develop it. These 5 subs that can be at the discretion of the team. I see the sense in it, but if you want to develop football in a whole and give these young players the opportunity to grow and have the experience, I think the additional 2 they added to the 3, which was the former rule, should be for the under 23 players. That's my opinion. I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Yeah. So if I understand you, it means that it would help bring players from the academy more, or to sign players
academy more. And let me give you an example. Instead of Balogun rushing to go and get first team in Germany or Italy, he knows that he will get at least some appearances because it's under 23, guaranteed. But this one that the 5 sub can be made at the discretion of the manager doesn't help the youth. You can see that in the last few years, young players are just jumping to where they can get first team actions at a lesser, quote unquote, lesser or lower club. Look at Chelsea, for example. Cole wants to leave and get starting bet at Brighton. Balogun wants to leave Arsenal to go and get a starting bet somewhere else. Most young players are not staying in their team anymore, and we are reducing the quality of the young players because they are going to inferior teams. Yes, they'll get playing time, but their education is not get to the top level anymore.
It makes sense.
If you get my drift.
Yeah, I get it. I think they can introduce that one too. It is not a bad idea, and just make it. You can do it 6 if you have the player is from the academy or under a certain. You can have 6 subs. Yeah.
What happened to your stream? Is frozen. Your stream is frozen. What happened to your stream?
Let me get out and start my computer. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll be back. Arsenal Sparks will be back. A bit of a dodgy Wi-Fi day. He should be back in the next few minutes. So while we wait for him, we're talking about the 5 substitutions. Like I was saying, I think it's time for us. We're just proposing certain new rules that will actually help the game. Oh, shout out to Efusayos left a comment. Omar Hutchinson left and went to Chelsea, and it has not been looking good for. Exactly. Even though it's easy for us to just label those players as or disloyal players jumping ship, they want to play. And I think even though it's not easy to break to the first team, if there are 2 spots allocated for players under 23, most of these players will not jump ship. They will stay. Now he has jumped ship to Chelsea, and yet he is not getting the playing time. So maybe FIFA and the FA can revisit this ruling, because if you want to bring up quality players, we need to make sure their education in their parent club or their primary club is efficient. They can get some minutes consistently, and they can fight for the minutes consistently. Now he has jumped ship to Chelsea. Is he getting the minutes at Chelsea? No. He's not going to get the minutes at Chelsea. How many youngsters have gone to Chelsea in recent history and have not made no headway? The most they can make is money, but their footballing career is not being progressive. So I think the laws should be adjusted in a way that young players can get opportunities. And for me, that way, to kind of drive this crazy transfer fees we're having in recent years down, because the transfer fees are getting crazier and crazier. We're now buying potential players for extortionate prices. Like Lavia, 50 million for Lavia, that's extortionate. Yes, it's potential, but it's not proven. I understand inflation, I understand there's more money in the game, but that should not make player sales to get to these madness levels. It shouldn't. So I think the law should be adjusted so that players can actually get opportunity to play instead of jumping ship. We saw Sancho, right? Sancho left Man City for Dortmund, and he was doing beats in Dortmund. But people forgot the levels at Dortmund are still not as high as the levels in the English Premiership. Now, Manchester United goes to Dortmund and pay exorbitant transfer fee for him, puts him on high wages. He comes back to England, and his real levels have been exposed. He's not as good as he thought he was. But if he has stayed in England, maybe his education will have been better. But going to go and play in an inferior league, thinking that will make you better, no. That doesn't make you necessarily better all the damn time. It doesn't. So it is what it is. I'm still waiting for my resident analyst to pop in. Maybe I should resend the link to him. Let me see. Let me resend the link back to him. Guys, give me a second. He has been a flop ever since, and they keep laughing at Pepe. We know Manchester United fans have to defend their own. Even Arsenal fans, actually, they're defending the fact that Pepe was a flop for a long time. So let's not pretend Arsenal fans did not do it. Like, Sancho for me has been a flop. I knew bringing Sancho back was a bad decision for Manchester United, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, back. I was listening to you whilst I was trying to reset them.
Yeah. Shout out to Efosa, who was keeping me company while you're out. Shout out to Efosa. So I was talking about Omar Hodgson that went to Chelsea thinking he would get game time there. He's not going to get game time there. So the laws are written in a way that these guys are not. I won't say the football men are actually ignorant. It's just that they just don't. They are they kind of selfish sometimes. I think so. They claim they are trying to develop the youngsters, but their actions.
I think it has to do with some of the agents too, and the people around those youngsters, especially because apart from the club, it depends on the club. You know, for me, Omari, I never understood why he was leaving a team like Arsenal, where they are showing that the youngsters are playing. You understand, and then you leave to Chelsea. But when you look at the money involved, that is why people will say he went in there for the money, because
definitely
history has always taught us that Chelsea is not a team that really gives a lot of young footballers chances.
No, they don't.
You know, they only did that when Lampard was there. You know, but since then,
because they're transfer banned.
Good, because they had a ban on. If not, somebody like David James, is it David? No, James. What is something?
And Mason Mount wouldn't have had a chance.
Mount and or they wouldn't have had a chance. You know, it was because of Lampard. So for me, I like the idea you were talking about, where the substitutions should be based on the number of teenagers or teens you have in your team. You know, as a youth,
at least two of them should be
and two. So I think it would help. It would help. Yeah, Reece James, that's the name. Yeah, Reece James. Yeah. So yeah. So what is the next point on your agenda? Like,
I think the next point is deeply controversial. I think we need a salary cap. I don't need a salary cap, just like the NFL, because if you look at how things are going, it's not financially sustainable in the long term. And I'll give you a reason now. Now, Saliba went from £40,000 per week to 200.
Yeah.
I'm not saying people say I'm not saying do not pay players what they merit.
Mm-hmm.
That rise is astronomical. Because in the next 2 years, we are going to renegotiate the contract, right? That's sure. In the next 2 years. Now, the way agents and players are going, very soon, the club hierarchy cannot maintain or continue to pay these astronomical wages. They can't. It's not sustainable. It is not sustainable in the long term. It's getting crazier and crazier. Because imagine your starting 11, 6 of your starting 11 are on £500,000 per week.
Yeah, and there are teams like that, like PSG and those other teams.
Okay, there are teams like that, right? But what did they win?
Nothing.
Now, people are saying that
they dominate their league.
Let me give you another thing. There are teams like that. Who is funding those teams? Do you think, aside from PSG and Man City, Liverpool can fund that? Man City, Man United can fund that? Arsenal can fund that? They can't.
Yeah, I get your point, and I also sometimes feel like that because it is getting outrageous, you know. But that is how far we've gone. Like, they've gone too far into the forest that it is going to be difficult.
It can still be stopped. It can be stopped.
It is going to be. Anything is possible. You know me. I always say that anything is possible, but it is going to be very, very difficult because you are going to kick against people's opportunity to be wealthy. Don't forget, those players who signed all these contracts, they have a team. Yeah, somebody like Saliba, Saka, and all those players, they actually have a team behind them that they pay them. So it looks like, yes, it is Saka earning this amount, but that money is also going to a certain place.
No, that's just, see, if you decide to have an entourage which you cannot pay, that's on you. What you need as a footballer is a lawyer and an agent. No, if you want to have an entourage that you want to be extravagant with, that's on you.
No, but I know that is on you, but I'm just bringing that point to make a point that to people that would go against will be more than people that will go for the pay cut. You understand?
I'm not asking for a pay cut.
No. What do you call it? You said
wage cap.
A salary cap. Yes, yeah. wage gap. But the truth is, people would take advantage. You see, why are we here today? We are here complaining about certain players taking some, like, look at Mbappe. Look at how much they are paying Mbappe. It is outrageous.
And look how disrespectful he has been to the employers.
Exactly. But that is what I'm saying. We've gone too far to the rules that...
No. We're not going too far. No. Certain teams have gone too far. We've not gone too far.
Okay. Like PSG. Now they are realizing that, no, we've gone too far with this boy. With the contract you agreed. You understand?
You didn't hear what the former sport director of PSG said?
What did he say?
He said one of the most sensible things I've heard in a long time. He said, in the last few years, PSG have not won the Champions League. The other teams that have won the Champions League, they don't have Mbappe in them, and they still won it.
Yeah.
Mbappe has not won the Champions League. Look at the amount of trouble, chaos, dysfunction he has been bringing to that team. And he's paid £2 million per week. How can you be this sick?
To divert a little bit.
Let me bring it back. What I'm saying is that this salary cap is very, very important because players are taking a mickey.
Exactly.
Players are taking a mickey.
Add players and agents. Add them together.
Yeah. So it is time for the football governing body to say, no, there will be a cap. Meaning they'll tell the top teams or teams that your salary must not exceed, let's say, 50 million
like in the US
across your team. So how you spread it around is your business, but you cannot exceed 50 million on salary. That's how it should be. You cannot continue this nonsense. It's not sustainable. So let me ask you that question. You said something very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of the people on the chat heard it. You said Saliba has an entourage, right? So at 40,000 pounds, he didn't have the entourage.
He did, but you see, at that time, although he had the what, for the lack of word, he has the attribute, the talent to be a star. The team behind him wasn't that big, but now he's a star. You know,
that's the number. So yes, you employ maybe you should just entourage.
Yes, I would like to, but I think now his stars has gone up. His salary has gone up, and when you earn more, you kind of spend in areas, or you spend more. It is part of life.
You shouldn't spend more. You shouldn't spend more. You should just do what you've been doing.
Yeah, and now, you know, with social media, they need people to control their this and that and that. There are so many things coming in, you know. And
you are extravagant. You are extravagant. You are extravagant. So
even if he has to tweet, somebody needs to take their phone and tweet for him, you know.
Is that what you do? Where is that anymore?
And that is why I'm telling you, they come to sign me.
No, answer the question.
In
Is
the
that what you
Saudis.
do? What's that anymore?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So you are projecting. Okay.
Yes, that is why I told you the Saudis should come and sign me. So
Okay.
so even if I become a bottle job, I'll still earn more.
So let's respond to Fosa. He said either they reduce fee for salary. That's way too logical. See, I think eventually common sense will triumph. This is not sustainable for any team. It's not sustainable unless you are the
But
Saudis.
you remember for a long time, Arsene Wenger refused to sign certain type of players.
Exactly.
Because not only the wages they come with, but even the agent fee alone.
Fees. Yeah, we're just too silly.
It's actually silly for me. I think there's something needs to be done because the gap. Imagine being in a team with Mbappe, and you work harder than him.
Exactly. It is what it is.
It is what it is. The world of football. That is where the football
one more thing. I want you guys to chime in, and we're Arsenal fans. I want us to be very logical, and I want us to be very truthful on this topic. I want to say, even though it will be the last one. Do you think Arteta does too much on the touchline?
No.
I think he does so much on the touchline. Even I'm an Arsenal fan.
Explain yourself.
Too animated, arguing with referees. He sometimes is even encroached out of his own touchline. Let's be real. Of course, I know you watch a lot of Arsenal games. Tell the truth.
No.
Akin, if you are staying in the chat, tell the truth.
No.
Have you not seen Arteta actually abuse his privileges on the touchline?
No.
Let's be truthful.
No.
You've not seen Arteta do that?
No.
Where's my... Let me wear a cap.
Yes. I'm waiting for you. I said I still...
You are capping. You are capping.
Listen.
You've not seen Arteta.
Listen. It is part of the game. It is part of the passion. It is part of the game. If okay, let's say, yeah. Name me 3 incidents. Name me 3.
I can't remember off the top of my head. I know there was one that they almost sent him out. He was yellow carded. I can't remember the exact thing we were playing that day. This past season, he was purely out of his technical box. Like what are we saying?
I can show you clips of Pep Klopp. I can show you Mourinho. I can show you, and when those other managers do it, people say they are passionate and they're
look at Kosa. I might not have been doing the same thing too, so I will not say.
I will even do worse. I'm protecting my team. If
you can protect your team within the gambit of the law.
No. For me,
you cannot be doing that.
The hypocrisy of just targeting Arteta is what I don't want to have. I've seen Pep. I've seen Klopp. I've seen Ferguson. We've seen it. How many times had Ferguson gone in front of a referee, and yet those things were called passion. But the moment an Arsenal manager started to do it, when Arsene Wenger was always sitting, people were like, "Why do you sit too much?" What do you expect him to do? You have to be there. Football. It's a game of I don't want to use the word war, but when you have a fight on your hand, you let people know I'm here.
Really.
I don't want to see my coach getting bullied. Especially
getting bullied. What are you talking about?
So what has he actually done that you feel he's doing too much? If you can tell me, then cool.
He is encroaching onto the pitch.
Haven't you seen Klopp, Pep, Mourinho, all the top managers? Haven't you seen them do it? Yes or no? Just a yes or no. Don't give me so. A yes or no. Have you seen them do it? A yes or no?
You're asking a bad fit question.
No, I don't. I'm asking my question. Have you seen them?
You're asking a bad fitted question.
No, have you seen them do it?
And I said you're asking a bad fitted question.
Just answer the question. Have you seen them do it?
A bad fitted question.
Yes or no?
Question.
Yes or no?
Bad fitted question.
I've seen them do it, I've seen them do it and never get punished. People praise them for their passion. Go on.
Really? So 2 wrongs to make it. I'm an Arsenal fan, and I love.
It doesn't. I'm telling you, I've listed 5.
I don't.
If other coaches do it,
no, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
I'm not this one. I'm not allowing you to win because Arteta has never run onto the pitch. He gets out of his box. I get it. All coaches does it. Tell me, go look Newcastle. Newcastle, they have 2 coaches.
No forecast said
the second guy.
I don't understand. Arsenal can't do anything. We can't celebrate. Our coach can't.
Exactly.
No. Our coach can be passionate within the law. So no.
Okay, so that is what I asked you. Please tell me. You said just one thing. Tell me the exact thing you think Arteta have done and has.
I've mentioned 2. He has been encroaching out of his technical box. You shouldn't.
Have you seen other coaches do it all the time?
Does it make it right?
So why do we have to pick on Arteta? If others are
am I an Arsenal supporter?
No, okay. For me, I don't have a problem. My coach even calling the players and standing. It is the job of the 4th official to tell him don't cross. If Arteta goes to,
how many times they pushed him back? How many times did they warn him?
And other coaches do it, so it is the job of it.
Does it make it right? Other people are fraudsters. Why not a fraudster?
No, it is part of the game because of the action. Sometimes you forget yourself, and that is why the
manager. That is why a manager should not forget himself.
No, Pep Guardiola kicked a bottle into the stands. He forgot himself,
so and he should go and kick the bottle to the stand.
No. He forgot himself, so it happens. They are human. Look at it that way.
He does it consistently.
What is consistently? That is all our games.
Most of our games.
I've seen the angel of Ten Hag even doing it. It is normal. If it is not, when it crosses a certain line, the referee will warn him. That I'm okay, but I want to see my coach showing passion.
No, you want to see the function. You want to see aggressiveness. That's what you want to see.
No, I don't want to see. When other teams
break the law,
that's what when other teams come, I'm not.
Call it through the middle.
I asked you just a simple question.
What simple question?
Just a simple question.
And I'm listening.
Have you seen the 19 managers done it in games?
Does that make it right?
No. Have you seen it? I'm not asking whether it's right or wrong. That is not the question I'm asking. Stop dodging. Stop dodging the question. Answer the question.
You are asking
answer the question. Answer the question. Omo, answer the question.
You are asking me a misleading question.
Have you seen it? I just want to know whether you've seen it.
You're right.
No, you're still not answering my question, Omo.
Because you want
have you seen it?
In the corner. No. Let's answer to
listen.
Arsenal. We say we spend big money, we get criticized. We don't spend. That's not the point. That's not the topic. No focus. Shout out to you, but that's not the question. That's not what we're discussing about.
Good. So read the last one. Good. Read this one.
Efosa says, Conte does it, they will call him a champion. Mourinho has so many critics and people love him for it. Does he make it right? Efosa?
When you say two, then I'll say only 2 people have done it in the Premiership. And then Arteta is the third one. But we've seen, I said 19. The 19 managers, the other 19.
Does he make it right? That's my question.
No, listen. Right? It doesn't make it right. When they cross the line, that is when the referee.
So why encouraging bad?
Hold on. Let me make my point. When they cross the line, the referee feels. You told me the game is in the hands of the referee. So the moment the 4th official spots something and they don't like it, they tell the referee. The referee take action by showing or giving a warning. That is all. If a game ends and he has gone onto the field and he has gotten a yellow card, I'm cool with it. He got punished for it. But if he doesn't get it, he has done it within the law.
So the day Arteta gets a red card, don't complain. The day
no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Guys, I'll clip this. I'm going to clip this and say it.
I wouldn't because I hate the fact that every time Arsenal does something, Arsenal cannot win in any ways. Even somebody was saying they don't even like the way Arteta claps. I was like,
I didn't say so. I did not say so.
I didn't suspect you.
So, not Fokker said it doesn't make it right, but I have not heard criticism of anyone else. No, Klopp was criticized for it. Klopp has been criticized.
No, later when they started criticizing Arteta, people came out cutting videos and asking, is it not this guy you guys were praising for showing passion? So how come you can say one person is passionate, the other one is disrespectful? Because envy him. Because you can agree with me. We can agree. Even panditry. I'm telling you, even panditry. Yeah. When you listen to some of these people and they are on panditry duty on Arsenal games, you can tell the dislike.
So all of you Arsenal fans are not saying that because Arteta does it. Let us turn a blind eye.
As long as he doesn't get punished for it, if he gets a yellow card or a red card, cool. Listen, you cross the line. I accept it. You crossed the line. You shouldn't have done it. But as long as it's within the game, and he doesn't get booked for it.
See, if I want to manipulate my words against me.
Listen.
Before you
read his message, I remember at Old Trafford they showed Arsene Wenger just kicking a bottle, not even to the stands, but Pep kicked a bottle into an opposition this thing, and even panditry, the pundits were saying, it's just the emotion of the game, and they did not show him a red card. So I'm telling you, I don't like the fact that I want to feel like everything we are a target as an Arsenal, but they make us feel like that.
You understand? Playing the victim card. You are playing. You sound.
No, like I'm not. I said sometimes.
You are playing the victim card.
I said sometimes.
Why are you picking on me? I'm saying
yes, it's true.
Make it right. It doesn't make it right.
But it's true. Everybody does it.
Look at our friend. Look at our friend. The first I say that is his personality. Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
You remember, I tell you, when Klopp came, people were like, we like the way he. People were praising that. And they said, we like Klopp's personality. He's enthusiastic. He's energetic. And they use all the grammar. But the moment Arteta comes, he's too aggressive. He's just too disrespectful. Come on. Even we celebrate, they said, hey, I go to a football game, my team wins, I'm singing, I'm full of joy. We are over celebrating.
That's not what we're discussing. We're discussing the fact that Arteta has become a serial offender. He has become very.
He's not a serial offender. How many times has he been booked?
He has gotten a few yellow cards on the touchline.
Okay, so let's check how many managers have been booked on the touchline. Let's see who tops it.
Does that make it right?
Let's check it.
Who has been the fraudster or the
team? It is just a narrative they are trying to push.
It's not a narrative. I see it all the time.
He is defending his corner. Nobody goes. I remember back in the day, people complained Arsene Wenger not standing up and challenging opposition managers. The one time he does it with Mourinho, hell broke loose.
Okay, let me read this message, right? First I say that's his personality. You said Arsenal is so honest. Now we have a manager that is being shrewd, but now saying it's not right. Efosa, you know that's not what I said. You are misconstruing my point.
That is what you're trying to say. That is what you're trying to say.
Efosa is trying to be corny. Now, not focus. This is football at its highest level with extreme pressure. How can you not be passionate? I'm not saying you cannot be passionate, but you can curtail your passion.
No, in the heat of the moment, you cannot control stuff. That is why I gave you instances. Even Klopp ran onto the pitch when it wasn't full time, got an hamstring, and then apologized to the referee. You see?
So Arteta should do the same thing. Is that what Arteta should do the same thing, right?
No, he's a former player. If like you remember when we won the 3-2?
No, finish it. If you should do it.
No, in the moment, yes.
Oh Lord.
No, I mean, you are not. Don't.
No, you just said it.
I said yes. I said yes. Yes, he should do it, but he should
break the law.
No, he should not break the law. The law is set, so do it to the edge. That is all. As long as you don't break the law, fine. If he gets a yellow card for over celebrating and crossing the line with the fourth official, or maybe they are fighting on the touchline, definitely. If you something happened and definitely those two coaches all cross that they get out of their box. So they both need to be punished.
So let me ask you a question.
Ask me.
Earlier,
you've never been able to answer my question.
Answer your questions.
I asked you yes or no.
No, you were trying to trick me. You're not trick me.
No,
you're not trick me.
I just needed a yes or no answer.
No, you are trying to trick me with that question. I won't like to trick me into some things that you're trying to trick me. It's a trick question. Now, let me ask you a question before we round up, right? Earlier in the season, I'm sure Efosa and not Foka, you guys saw this match. Chelsea against Spurs. We saw Conte and Tuchel square up. Did you enjoy that?
I enjoyed. Listen, where I didn't enjoy.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
No. You see, now you are bringing your yes or no. You will not put me in that cage. Yes, I enjoyed the passion of the touchline when the game was going on.
You are a Ghanaian.
I'm a typical Ghanaian.
Yes or
no. Yeah. No. You did not answer my yes or no. When they were having it, when the game was going on, I was okay with it because everybody is defending their corner. And that is what I mean. They are defending their. But after the game, sportsman, if you don't want to shake him, you can walk past him. It's okay. But don't shake somebody and hold the person like you are ready to fight or something. For me, that was wrong. You understand?
So that was wrong. I thought you supported a bit of.
No, I supported.
No.
Listen,
you cannot tell me you support passion and a firm handshake.
Passion is not when I shake your hand, you hold me down like you're ready to fight me. It's different.
No.
When on the touchline, when the game is going on, the game has ended.
That is passion. Yeah, I'm being passionate. What do you mean? So you want to define passion as suits you? When I show my own passion.
No. What I mean is, after the game has ended, we shake hands, we go our way. Don't shake my hand and grab me like you're ready to fight. If I was Conte,
look at Efosa. I told you, Efosa is dysfunctional. He said, "Bro, I will not lie. That was dramatic. I laughed so hard. I loved it. He loved it.
Yes, I love it too. No, exactly. But my point is, there is passion. There should be passion in the game. As long as nobody crossed the line, like holding my hand like you want to fight me, it's different.
That is different. That's passion is different.
No, the game has ended. You still don't get it.
You can't show passion by saying that was a good game.
Okay.
I'm shaking like
listen,
family like a man.
If you ask me,
you family like a man, that is passion.
No, that is not passion. I shake you. You don't hold my hand while I was going. You want to take my hand off. Maybe Conte had a poor shot.
Maybe my English is poor. Define passion.
Yeah. Passion is when I try to protect my corner, especially when let's say a player is foul, and then I go like it's a foul, and then I go to the fourth referee, and then you also come and say no, why are you going to the fourth referee? And I say shut up. You say shut up. Cool. We say shut up. It ends there. Oh, if you do a punch, okay, come, let's, and then they separate us. It ends there.
After a keenly contested game. It was 2-2. And they shook his hand family. That's his passion.
No. You know he did not. Do you want to
That's the truth. You're coming the truth. He said, we have loved Graham Potter's domino. For me, Graham Potter was just weak. He was so weak. It was soft like
you see? You see?
You're so like Not Focus said, passion is the heat of the moment.
Thank you.
someone doing it to me after the game is different. That is
Exactly. That is fighting action. Thank you, my
Now,
brother.
we want to use literal English to define it now. But when
No.
when it's a bit aggressive on the edge, it's rough
No.
around the edge, it's passion.
On the pitch, in the 90 minutes, within the 90 minutes or 95th minute, it's still the passion. It is in the game.
Okay.
The moment games finish, sportsmanship says you can greet each other, but there are certain coaches, I'm not in the mood, so I don't even talk to you.
No,
but
you have to see greet each other after the game. That shows.
But there are certain coaches that will walk away, and maybe I get it. You are so annoyed you cannot come to the terms of greet. Cool, but don't hold my hand like you want to fight.
It's passion.
What is passion?
A firm handshake. It's a firm handshake. Like, yo, I enjoy how we competed. That's passion. You don't like it? I can't. I'm not.
So you want Tuchel or you want Graham Taylor, Potter?
Potter was too soft.
So you want passion
within the confines of respect.
Exactly. You see. That is my. It should be, and that is why I'm just saying it. It is trivial to me. It is trivial to pick on a coach being on a and being.
I love Arteta. I just think he overdoes it. I'm being serious.
No, he doesn't. That is his style. That is his style. We were here when you were here when Mourinho came. Mourinho became more famous when they won at Old Trafford, and then he ran the touchline.
Yeah,
I felt it was disrespectful, but people loved it. Good, but it was still in the game. You understand?
Okay, if that's how you want to describe it?
No. I hated when Mourinho would go to fans and go like when he did to Liverpool, to the fan, and he was like, yeah, that is disrespectful. You've crossed the line.
But no. So see, Chelsea fans will say it's passion. No. You see now, Chelsea fans will tell you.
Okay, passion. Listen. If he was celebrating with his supporters, and he's standing there doing like that, I'm okay with it. Not to the Liverpool supporters.
No. I will celebrate wherever I want to celebrate. You can't. There's no restriction.
No.
There is no law that says you can't celebrate in front of Liverpool.
You are agitating the home fans or their away. It is wrong.
By celebrating? No. So celebrating is like
the home fans. Listen. If you go to the Liverpool supporters and you are doing that, then you are asking for trouble.
No. I'm exhibiting passion.
No. To your own fans.
I am exhibiting passion.
To your I don't care, to your own fans. You see, Klopp at the end of the game, he goes to the fans and do that. Hey. But if he does it to our supporters, it will be different. You know, it will be totally different.
What's a challenging topic we've had this evening? I've actually enjoyed it.
You didn't answer my question. I said the 19 managers. Have you seen them?
Have I seen them what?
Have you seen the other 19 managers being extremely
what?
Passionate on the touchline and even crossing the line? Have you seen it?
I've seen them display passion within the confines of the game.
Okay. And it is more than 3 times.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
With everything. That is why I asked you how many times.
What do you mean by that? You are trying to frame the question.
How many times have you seen that?
You're trying to get
No wonder. You want us to have. You want us to lack passion like Holding. The moment you see Holding and you lose everything, that is what you're looking for.
So, guys, we're about to round up. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Not Focal. I think it's a new guy. Shout out to you for joining us on this stream. Shout out to our consummate and our regular and our supporter. Shout out to you for coming through again. And shout out to I think Akin Morgan too. Really appreciate you guys for joining us on this stream. We'll be here tomorrow again with better topics. I think tomorrow we'll have more news on Arsenal. Hopefully, Timber and Rice should have been announced, so we have more news to talk about Arsenal in details and some other.
I think they play tomorrow. Yeah, they play tomorrow on the 12th.
Tomorrow your time? No, they play on Thursday. My time.
They play on Thursday.
Yeah.
It's on the 12th.
Yeah, I'll confirm it. I'll confirm later.
Okay, confirm it. Then we can do the watch along.
Yeah. So not for shout out to you too. To you guys, really appreciate you guys for coming through. So you guys try and join us tomorrow for more interesting topics and my very top resident analyst. Your last word.
Oh, thanks for joining us, guys. We really appreciate your support and share. Thank you for
guys. Make sure you go and stick a like on the video, please. Very, very important, guys. Make sure you go and stick a like on the video. Let me even put it there before we leave. Like the video. Very important, guys. Make sure you go and like the video. Extremely important. Subscribe if you subscribe. If you are watching on the playback, make sure you stick a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe if you subscribe. And make sure your notification bells are turned on. So when we go on a live stream like this, you can get notified. It's very, very important. And guys, we'll be saying a good night from this side. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.